Senate Justice Committee clears Justice Secretary Vitaliano Aguirre, Chinese gambling tycoon Jack Lam, and former cop Wally Sombero of liability in the Bureau of Immigration corruption scandal. Senator Dick Gordon says the incident was an extortion case by immigration officers and not bribery. The case stems from the arrest of more than 1,300 Chinese workers at Lam's resort and casino in Pampanga. Duterte earlier ordered the arrest of Lam for bribery and economic sabotage. Gordon says former BI Associate Commissioners Michael Robles and Al Argosino, fraternity brothers of Duterte and Aguirre, are the most liable. He adds he will likely recommend filing criminal charges against the two. Argosino and Robles earlier admitted receiving 50 million pesos from Sombero. Gordon says there's no proof that Aguirre was involved in the incident, despite the Justice Secretary meeting with Sombero and Lam in a hotel in December. But he says he will look into Aguirre's possible negligence. Self-confessed Davao Death Squad hitman Edgar Matobato on Thursday surrenders after authorities issue a warrant for his arrest on frustrated murder charges. Retired agrarian reform adjudicator Abeto Salcedo Jr. filed a frustrated murder case against Matobato last September. He identified Matobato as the person who allegedly tried to kill him in an ambush in 2014. Matobato posts a 200,000 peso bail but will be detained at the Manila Police District until a Digos court issues his release order. This is the second arrest warrant for Matobato since October 2016. Environment Secretary Gina Lopez says the review of the Mining Industry Coordinating Council of her order to shut down or suspend 28 mining operations is a usurpation of her mandate. Lopez makes the statement as she appears before the powerful Commission on Appointments Thursday. Lopez in February ordered the closure of 23 mines and the suspension of 5 others following a mining audit. She says she questioned President Rodrigo Duterte for spending 50 million pesos for a function the MICC is not mandated to do. Lopez earlier said the MICC is not mandated to review any mining operation. She adds it's Duterte who has the final say and that any decision by the MICC is only recommendatory. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana says National Democratic Front consultants Benito Tiamzon and wife Wilma left for Europe Wednesday night for backchannel talks to resume the peace process. They will be joined by Chief Peace Advisor Jesus Dureza there. Benito Tiamzon was one of the leaders of the Communist Party of the Philippines before he and his wife were arrested March 2014. President Rodrigo Duterte scrapped the peace talks after the Communist New People's Army withdrew from a 5-month-long ceasefire with the military. Lorenzana says Duterte was persuaded to revive the peace talks because of public demand, citing a resolution passed by the House of Representatives. Duterte set conditions for resurrecting the talks, among them agreeing on a bilateral ceasefire, an end to the NPA's taxation, and the release of military prisoners. Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana on Thursday reveals China was set to build on Scarborough Shoal, but the United States was able to stop the plan.
There was a plan by the Chinese in, I think, June to build, to reclaim Scarborough Shoal. In fact, we received reports from the Americans that there were barges already loaded with soil and construction materials going to Scarborough Shoal. But the Americans, I think, told Chinese, don't do it. For some reason, the Chinese stopped.
China reportedly planned to build an outpost on Scarborough Shoal. A South China Morning Post report says the planned outpost included an airstrip to protect airspace in the South China Sea. Lorenzana assures the public the Philippines won't abandon its claims to the maritime territories. President Rodrigo Duterte had repeatedly said he wouldn't bring up the issue with Beijing to improve ties with the superpower. Manila in September publicly protested the presence of Chinese ships near the disputed shoal, despite efforts to forge warmer ties. The Permanent Court of Arbitration last year declared Scarborough Shoal a common fishing ground of the Philippines, China, and neighboring countries. Lorenzana also says China has shown interest in Benham Rice in the Pacific Ocean, a Philippine territory located on the country's eastern border. Lorenzana adds he ordered the Navy to drive the Chinese ships away if they enter the area. Benham Rice is an underwater plateau that's rich in living and non-living resources like minerals and gas.